Hello everybody, welcome back to the online bridge classroom. Here is the beginning of a brand new series of videos. In 5 episodes, we will take a look into the use of the double bit in a modern and effective way. So in this first episode, we will first take a look at the most widely used double, the takeout double. We will be looking into this 9+n rule, which will help you determine whether your hand is suitable for a takeout double. Okay, firstly, a classic takeout double refers to a double directly after opponent's opening, just like sequence 1 and 2. For the double after opponents open and respond, just like sequence 3, is also a takeout double. Well, generally says any double before your partner has bid anything is also considered a takeout double, just like sequence 4. So, well, what does a takeout double shows? Well, if we convert those complicated definitions into some simple conversation, it should say as following: partner, I have decent points, but I have no good suit to bid. So, having that in mind, let's go into the details. Well, a takeout double requests partner to help to compete with his best suit. Well, so in order to make such a request, you need to have support in any suit that he would bid. Well, the major suits are of higher rank, so it's more important in competitive bidding. Therefore, you will need at least 3 cards in each unbid major suit. While for the minors, it's something we care less about. So while 2 cards in each unbid suit is sufficient enough. Okay, so don't worry too much about the short minor, because in reality, it's a very rare occasion that partner will actually overcompete with a minor suit. Well, also, do not hold more than 4 cards in the opponent's suit. It is probably a wise thing to stay silent if you hold the same long suit as your opponent. And when you have a 5-card major, better start by bidding it directly, rather than a takeout double. Because finding a 3-card support from partner can be very important to the auction that is coming later on. Okay, then it comes to the highlight of today's sharing, the 9+n rule. Well, the 9+n formula tells you the high card points you need for the takeout double, where the n equals to your length in the opponent's suit. Okay, to understand the idea better, let's take a look at some examples. In the first example, your right-hand opponent opens 1 diamond. Well, you have a doubleton diamond, so the high card point you will need for the takeout double is 9+n, so it's 9+2, which is equals to 11. It tells you that you need 11 high card point with this shape for a takeout double. Well, this hand has just enough, so as the required support in the unbid suits as well, it's good for a takeout double. Alright, so let's take a look at the second example. This time your right hand opponent opens 1 heart. So you have longer hearts this time. So it means that you will need more high card points for your double. 9+n, that means 9+3 equals to 12. Alright, so no problem. You will have the required strength again. So this hand can also start with a double. Let's check if the third hand we have also qualifies for a takeout double. Well, opponent opens a club and you have 3 cards in that suit, so you should need 12 high card points for a takeout double. Okay, this hand had only 11, so although there is sufficient support in the unbid suits, it is a better idea to pass. You don't have the required strength. So what about the last one? Oh, you have a singleton in the suit they open, so 9+n, 9+1 equals 10. So 10 high card points is enough for a double at this position. So this hand has more than enough. So is it a hand for a takeout double at this point? Well, wait, you have a 5-card spade suit. A good looking 5-card spade suit. So overcall 1 spade would give me a better description of your hand, and that would be a better option than a takeout double at the position. So overcall 1 spade. Well, using the formula, 9+n is a very aggressive approach to competitive bidding, and if you want to take a more conservative approach, feel free to adjust it to 10+n. Do discuss with your partner. Either way could work very well. Okay, well, the 9+n rule only applies to auctions at one level. As the auction proceeds higher, you will also need more strength for your double at higher levels. So this is how it works. At 2 level, you will need 11+n, and at 3 level, you will need 13+n. Well, this rule can be very useful when you are dealing with opponents who always give you the trouble with their preemptive bids. Let's see how it works out. Let's take a look at our first example here. The bidding is already up to 3 level at your first opportunity to bid. So can you do anything at this moment? Well, at 3 level, you will need 13+n for a takeout double. So now you have a double turn heart. That means you need 15 high card points for the double. You are now 1 high card point short, so it's better to pass and see what could happen next. Let's just slightly change the hand to like this. The queen now moves to the club suit and gives you a singleton heart. So with a singleton heart now, you need just 14 high card points for a double, because 13+n, when the n is a singleton, it gives you 14. So now with this hand, you can come into the auction with a takeout double. Well, really, do not let your opponent steal your contract easily. Seize your opportunities to enter the auction. Well, the same rules apply even after you have opened the bidding. So in the following example, you open 1 diamond, and the opponent's preempt at 2 heart comes back to you. Can you do anything about it? Well, at 2 level, you need 11+n high card points to reopen the bidding with a takeout double. So a double turn heart here tells you that 13 high card points will be enough. Well, it's good looking because you have just the required strength and also the sufficient support in the unbid suits for a double. So it's a perfectly good idea to reopen with a double at this point. Do not sell out the contract easily to your opponents. Alright, so finally to the last example we have today. Opponents is giving you the big pressure by blocking a 3 spade right after your opening bid. So is there anything you can do now? You are short in spades, so like the shape looks like a takeout double is in consideration. So let's check on the strength needed for doubling at this point. Okay, at 3 level is 13+n, so when you have a singleton spade, it equals to 14. Therefore, you have the required strength here, and therefore you should reopen with a takeout double, although the bidding is already at 3 level. So let's take a look at what will happen after you double. After your takeout double over the 3 spade, your partner will have no difficulty in picking the best contract of 4 heart, and that would give you a lovely 620 in the bag. Okay, so here comes the end of today's sharing. Hope you will find these methods useful to your game. Thank you and see you all next time. Goodbye.